My beloved child, there is a soul who has been searching for you across the rivers of time, not to simply find you, but to return a part of you long lost. You stand now at the edge of a moment that could unlock your destiny, heal what was hidden, and reveal a truth older than the stars. But you must be ready. The forces that tried to delay you are weakening, and what has been withheld for so long is finally drawing near. Stay with me now. Listen closely, because what I reveal in these next moments will awaken you to everything you were created to reclaim. And if you turn away now, you may never know what was always meant to be yours. Not everyone can perceive this connection, for it does not reside exclusively within the visible realm. It extends along the channels of time, veiled among recollections your heart still needs to recover. This soul has journeyed over innumerable pathways, endured the cycles of countless seasons, all for the purpose of coming to you, to return into your possession what should have long been yours. Yet destiny has its own cadence. Reunions do not inevitably occur at the precise moment we yearn for them. Not every deeply significant event arrives when we believe it should. You must come to understand, this delay does not signify abandonment or defeat. Rather, it is divinely orchestrated, ensuring that, when the reunion at last takes place, it will be whole, flawless in its revelation. Have you ever questioned why fleeting memories flicker in your thoughts? Why particular dreams are so vivid yet cannot be neatly explained? Why an inexplicable sense of recognition lingers around things that should feel remote? These moments echo the unseen thread tying you to that soul, a bond that endures, regardless of how far you roam or how much you have forgotten in this life. It can never be fully severed. I need you to comprehend this. They are still searching, not out of fixation, but because they realize you are part of something infinitely larger than what can be seen with mortal eyes. Their quest for you is not purely to enjoy your presence. They also safeguard something indispensable to you, a crucial fragment nobody else can provide. But my child, you must comprehend that not all reunions can happen if you remain unprepared to receive them. This is the very reason why their search appears unending. It is not solely up to them to find you. You also have to be ready to take hold of what is rightfully yours. You may not be aware, but each trial you have conquered, every tear you have shed, every instance of falling and rising has molded you, fortified you, so that when the destined hour arrives, you will be fully equipped. My beloved, can you truly welcome what I am unveiling? Will you dare to trust that you do not tread this path alone? I am aware of the times you feel untethered, moments of believing that no one genuinely sees who you are, that you are seeking something unknown, a name still unspoken. Yet the truth is you have never been forsaken. A distant hand is reaching toward you. A soul is waiting for the instant your eyes open to theirs. Raise your gaze. Let your heart unfold. Be unafraid when a quiet inner voice suggests a profound development is near. As soon as you are prepared, the gate will swing wide, and you will behold them, the one who comes not solely bearing a gift, but an awakening. They are neither a stranger nor a transient figure in your life. This soul has been bound to you since before your first dawning consciousness, one who has loved you, recognized you, and awaited your homecoming. They have attempted again and again, enduring in the pursuit of roads they believed would draw them nearer to you. They have sent hints, subtle yet potent signals, silent expressions resonating deep within your spirit, possibilities that might have appeared and slipped by unnoticed. But whenever they approached, each time the chance to truly connect emerged, something intervened, an unseen barrier that prevented the link from fully materializing. Have you ever sensed that something in your existence was unfinished? Have you experienced moments where you felt on the verge of grasping a monumental truth, only for it to elude you at the final instant? That is not happenstance. It is the sign of a hidden conflict taking place around you, a struggle aimed at keeping you within the shroud of forgetfulness, away from the track that was marked for you. There are powers that do not want your eyes opened, that would prefer you remain unaware of what has forever been yours. They know that upon stepping into illumination, upon awakening to your destiny, nothing can contain you. Consequently, these forces methodically assemble obstacles, diversions, anxieties, and doubts, all calculated to impede you from arriving where you need to be. Yet listen closely, my cherished child. Regardless of what might attempt to hinder you or how high the walls stack before you, none can cancel out my intentions for you. No force of darkness can extinguish the radiance I have set alight in you. No opposition can rob you of what I decreed belongs to you. They might slow your pace for a season, but they cannot prevent me from drawing close. They are powerless to stop you from entering the blessings that align with your created essence. My child, have you reflected on why, just as you edge near a resolution, an event happens that pulls you back to the place you started? Have you noticed that, whenever you approach a pivotal crossroads, obstacles intensify? This is not mere coincidence. It is the last frantic endeavor of adversarial powers determined to subdue you because they see you stand ready to break every restraint, to walk in the certainty of your calling, to reclaim what was once lost. But, my darling child, let not fear claim your heart. Let no hindrance spur you into retreat. Always remember, there is nothing in creation, no condition, no barrier, no force, that can overcome the might I am channeling inside you. If you keep progressing with courage, refusing to let negativity stifle your momentum, you will witness deliverance. Doors you presumed forever closed will open wide. That which you believed irretrievably vanished, you will hold once more. Look back upon your life. Recall those instances where you felt an inner summons, only to be consumed by earthly cares. Did you bury dreams under words of skepticism spoken over you? Did you receive omens, but hesitate to chase them? My child, this is how the forces of obstruction operate. They seldom confront you directly. Instead, they cultivate seeds of worry, indecision, diversions, and mistrust. They keep you absorbed with trivialities, so the grandeur awaiting you remains a distant memory. Today, I come to dismantle these obstructions. Today, I come to show you that the hour has arrived for you to escape the old cycles, never again to be restrained by the elements that have held you back. The time has arrived for that soul, the one who has spent countless ages in search of you, to at last reach you. Not because they possess any overpowering strength, but because you are ready. Your heart has been opened. You have resolved that no force can stop you now. There is a truth pertaining to you, one that delves deeper than anything you have thus far grasped about yourself. It is no recently forged secret discovered in your fleeting days on this planet, but a truth that has been inscribed in your essence since before you drew breath. A truth birthed in the beginning, when your soul was but a spark in eternity's vast river. This truth does not bind itself purely to your present existence, nor is it confined to the chapters you pen day by day. It transcends the framework of time and extends beyond this worldly plane. It is a sacred bond, a vow proclaimed when the stars were newly born, an agreement documented in realms beyond mortal sight. My beloved, there exists one who intimately understands this covenant, a soul so intimately attached to you from the dawn of memory, bearing that fragment of truth you have sought. This individual does not arrive as an unknown figure, but as a herald, dispatched to restore what you unknowingly lost along the way. They recognize you, not in accordance with society's lens, nor reliant on your outward accomplishments or failures, because they have known the essence of you prior to your physical form. They carry the key piece, the missing puzzle that completes this divine promise, the critical element you need to actualize your destiny. Have you felt a persistent emptiness at some point in your journey? Gazed skyward, pondering whether a fragment of your being waited just out of sight? Sensed that a tremendous piece of knowledge was meant for you, but always lay barely beyond your reach? My dear, this is no flight of fancy. It is not a delusion or a whimsical impression. It is your spirit crying out for its absent component, a piece that has always been part of you, though still unclaimed. But my child, What obstructed your receiving it? Have minor concerns captured so much of your attention that you lost sight of the grander scheme? Have old scars darkened the promise bestowed upon you? Have you convinced yourself of being unfit to claim the fullness assigned to you from the start? Listen to me, my dearest. None of those assumptions is real. You are not overlooked, not outcast. You are not a stranger in your own story. There is a role you were always meant to fill, a spot in a design intricately woven. And I call out to you, inviting you to open your being and accept what has, since time immemorial, belonged to you. That messenger still holds the last piece. They have passed through barriers, braved afflictions, traveled countless roads seeking you. Yet you must choose to reach out and receive it. You must decide you will stand ready to walk in your ordained calling. Nobody else can take your place, open your heart for you, or claim your inheritance on your behalf. Nobody can step into the light destined for you aside from you. Oh, my child, let no thing restrain you further. Banish fear from claiming what has been yours since the world's foundation. Banish doubts from adding another day's postponement. You cannot afford to falter. This is your chance. Your time is now to embrace completeness. Your road has been too arduous for you to abandon it. You have faced too many challenges to pull away from what has always awaited you. Remember always, you need not be flawless to accept this covenant. You do not need every explanation. You need not be free of every wound or error. You need only be willing. You need only open your heart. You need only dare to believe I have already prepared something infinitely grander for you than any dream you have conceived. So are you ready? Are you willing to embrace that lost fragment? Will you welcome the one who is destined to deliver what you need to advance into your calling? Allow me to say, once you embrace it, and once you walk into the promise carved out for you, nothing can halt your progress. Nothing can deprive you of what is rightfully yours. No hindrance can countermand my blueprint for you. My adored child, are you aware that powers exist that wish to keep you from discovering this truth? These forces have lingered persistently, not by mere accident, but for one ultimate reason: to bar you from inhabiting your true path. They seek not only to hinder your meeting with the one who yearns to find you, but also to eclipse the profound truth you are starting to see. They know that as soon as you awaken, as soon as you recognize your own key, you become unstoppable. They sow shadows across your route, feeding your uncertainty, fueling your self-critique. They pile diversions around you, diverting your mind from that deep calling within. Consider moments when you have felt adrift or sensed a tug pulling you away from the route you sensed was truly yours. That is not a random coincidence. It reflects the machinations of these hidden adversaries, striving to keep you from realizing your own truth. Pause and think about those times when you were close to transformation, only for everything to abruptly spiral into chaos. Instances when clarity was near, yet you felt pulled back by anxieties. Moments when you felt an unmistakable inner call, only to be drowned by daily burdens and unnamed distractions. This is the method darkness uses to stall the light, how invisible influences labor to prevent you from stepping into your reality. They fear that one day you will grasp your own capacity, that you will realize the truth has always quietly lived within you, that you hold the ability to shatter every chain and venture to the place you were always meant to be. They know the moment this message sinks in, when your spiritual sight is opened, you will no longer be imprisoned. And this does not solely concern you. You are linked to innumerable others. When you walk in liberation, they too find freedom through you. You are more than just a single being. Your journey influences many lives. Stepping into your truth will inspire them to rouse as well. That is precisely what disturbs these forces. They do not merely dread your own breakthrough, they dread the spread of your radiance, which could then spark the awakening of other souls. They understand that when your binds drop, you transform into a beacon that lights the path for countless others trapped by shadows. But did you know? No barricade can forever hold a soul that has awakened. Yes, they might stall you, sow detours, or muddle your mind for a stretch, but they cannot lock you in place indefinitely, because the light perpetually discovers a route, and truth can never be permanently hidden. You are already receiving the call, sensing an inner stirring. My child, you must not yield to fear. These opposing forces remain strong only as long as you have not realized your own might. But once you rise, declaring your power, determining to see beyond the barriers they have erected, you can no longer be constrained. You were fashioned not to reside in dread, but to walk in divine light, to undertake a mission that will bring renewal, not merely for yourself, but for the multitudes awaiting you. My child, have you questioned why certain unexplainable hardships persist in your life? Why, when it looks like a gate is opening, it slams shut once again? Why your earnest goals meet continuous postponement? It is not a matter of worthlessness or lacking potential. It is that these forces fear you will awaken to your authenticity. Once you do, their grasp slips away and you break free. Now your spirit has matured, outgrowing its earlier naivety. You are evolving, transforming, rousing, and you must be aware, nothing can thwart a soul that ascends in truth. Nothing obscures illumination once it has been kindled. These forces might try, but if you remain unwavering, they will ultimately fail. My child, glance into your past, see each step taken. None of it was random. Those trials, those moments when you felt adrift, they were not without meaning. They tested you, but likewise, they served as markers. There may have been phases where your eyes were shut to reality, but now I beckon you toward wakefulness, prompting you to recall, urging you to stride into your calling without hesitation. That soul still searches for you, and you, in ways unnoticed, still seek them. Bear in mind, nothing can truly sever two that are destined to intersect. No oppressive power can hinder a soul commissioned to fulfill its task. And you, my treasured child, you are indeed one of these. Therefore, lift yourself up. Allow truth to light your steps. Trust the tender urgings in your heart. Do not be sidetracked by the illusions or paralyzed by doubt. Keep hold of this central fact. You were not made to be a casualty of chance. You shape your own path. Although shadows may have impeded you briefly, I want to assure you that your light has started to beam. The instant you walk in faith, boldly proclaiming your readiness for truth, no barrier can halt your advance. Those adversarial influences lose their grip. You will emerge from the murk, reclaiming what has always been rightfully yours. And when that sacred juncture arrives, when you unite with the one who has been seeking you, you will realize every hurdle was but a step on the route, guiding you to right here and now. You will behold that none of the delays were pointless, that none of the pains were empty. Each moment was essential, guiding you to where you stand, ready to accept your truest purpose. My adored child, are you aware that you are more than just a simple traveler, wandering through life's unpredictable ocean? You are not an unremarkable numeral in humanity's sprawling ledger, nor a lone spark lost in the cosmic expanse. Absolutely not. You were crafted with an extraordinary mission, a purpose that you have yet to fully perceive. There is more within you than meets the eye, latent abilities longing to be set free, a light that has not radiated to its destined brilliance. I declare, your light will not remain cloaked indefinitely. The hour has arrived for it to break forth. This world still awaits the greater works I have placed within you. Perhaps even at this moment, you are questioning yourself. Perhaps you think these words cannot apply to you. Maybe you have grown so accustomed to feeling insignificant that you doubt any large gift could reside in you. But my child, I have never created anything for no reason. All I do serves a plan, a goal, a rationale, and that includes you. The radiance in you is not a weak flicker, easily blown out by the nearest whisper of wind. It is a holy flame, one capable of eradicating every fetter that has chained you. Yet civilization has attempted to dim that glow, inundating you with anxieties, uncertainties, and echoing voices that lead you to conclude you lack the necessary strength and worthiness. It has led you astray from yourself, weighted you with burdens that were never yours, and left you convinced your existence was merely to survive, not truly thrive. But I declare this day, your moment to shake off every untruth has arrived. No longer shall you submit to the overshadowing of darkness. The moment has come for the brilliance within you to blaze, for the reality of who you truly are to be unveiled, for all creation to witness the gifts I planted in you from the start. My cherished child, I understand you have met trying seasons. I see how there were times you felt too defeated to persist, occasions of wanting to surrender entirely, of telling yourself you did not merit anything bright. I see the silent injuries you have carried, the dark roads you walked without anyone fully perceiving. Yet, child, those shadows cannot enclose you perpetually. Though they surrounded you, they do not possess the right to own you, because the light in you eclipses their hold. Because you belong with the light, not the dark. I now call you. Stand up, discard your fears, cast away your misgivings. Stop allowing these misleading whispers to confine you. You were not made to live in terror. You were never meant to be concealed. You were born to shine. You were shaped to effect change. You were chosen to awaken and reshape the landscape of this world in ways only you can. But that fiery brilliance within you cannot sparkle if you keep suppressing it, cannot blaze if you keep questioning your own worth, cannot illuminate if you choose to stay in the shadows, longing for someone else to draw you into the light. You must decide, take the steps forward, release your heart to the authentic vision of who you are. Believe, even just for a moment, that you possess everything necessary, not because you have to be perfect, but because I deposited in you all that is essential to fulfill your purpose. My cherished child, I have shared with you that you were fashioned for a pivotal cause. In your deepest self, you have always sensed it. Moments have sprung up where an unspoken invitation surged inside, telling you that you were meant to achieve something far greater, that something essential was waiting in the distance. And you are correct. It is not a random guess that you have felt this. It is not by mere luck that you cannot quiet the feeling of needing more. It is no oversight that you perpetually feel as though you are chasing an invisible something. That is the voice of your purpose. That is the beckoning of my plan for you. And I ask you now, how long will you keep ignoring it? How long until you decide to act? How long until you allow yourself to realize who you really are? How long until you permit me to define you instead of letting the world's fleeting words define you? Time cannot be stalled forever. The brilliance stowed within you cannot be hidden indefinitely. It is time for it to burst forth. It is time for you to dedicate yourself to the mission for which you were designed. It is time for you to stand up and display the reality that has been lying dormant inside you. Let that radiance surge forth, tear through the dark, light the way for those stumbling in shadows. And you will discover that when you step into honesty, when you honor your mission, there is no power that can thwart you. No entity can cloak the flame I have set ablaze within you. No partition can contain you, for you do not walk alone. I walk at your side. I guide you. I shield you. I empower you. My cherished child, you are not simply one unnoticed soul. I selected you from a timeless past and consecrated you for a divine task, inscribing a destiny no one can confiscate. But perhaps you have spent your life oblivious to the treasure inside you. Perhaps you have sensed something, but never fully understood it. There have likely been times you stared into the mirror, peering beyond your reflection, asking, "What is my identity? Why do I exist?" Or days when you felt a compelling restlessness, as if a voice from the deepest core of your spirit insisted you cannot float passively through life, that you were not created to aimlessly drift. That is not your fancy. That is your spirit, attesting to a long-held truth that the external world has tried to disguise. A truth dark powers hope you will never see. Have you ever felt something within you that never truly vanished, however strenuously you tried to push it aside? Or followed a road while hearing a voice whisper that you do not belong there? Have you dreamed fleeting visions of something larger, a life you have yet to inhabit? yet have always believed you were destined to claim. That is the inner stirring of your soul. That is your life's mission calling. That is the awakening of the self, a signal that you can no longer live in a state of unknowing. You can no longer keep walking like an unremarkable wanderer, pretending there is nothing phenomenal about you, pretending you were not deliberately selected, because that would be false. You have been set apart. You've been marked. You are being readied for a task only you can accomplish. Yet, child, for far too long, you have allowed uncertainty to blur this reality. You have heeded the worldly chorus telling you that you are unremarkable, lacking strength or worth. You have allowed the bitterness of past traumas to convince you that greatness is beyond reach. Listen carefully. Every such notion is a fallacy. Your past holds no dominion over the call I have placed upon you. No scar can prevent your calling from rising to the surface. No defeat can revoke my promise in your life. You cannot mask your purpose any longer. You cannot pretend you do not recognize its voice, for your spirit has begun to heed it. When a soul rouses, it cannot be lulled back to sleep. When a soul glimpses the light, it cannot nestle in darkness without an ache. When a soul discovers what it is destined to do, it cannot simply remain stagnant. My cherished child, you can no longer remain stuck. You cannot continue to float through each day without any cognizance of your hidden greatness. The hour has come for you to be raised up. It is time you walk in conscious comprehension of who you are. The time has arrived for the unveiling of your sacred fate, to let the truth you have nurtured for so many years burst forth. Yet you must opt in. I cannot compel you. Nobody else can force you onto this path. Nobody else can fling open this gateway if you refuse to cross it. You may drift on as you were, living each day oblivious to the wonders inside you, or you may resolve that you will not falter any longer, that you will not permit anything to obstruct you, that you will step boldly into your divinely appointed mission. I understand there is apprehension. You might be telling yourself, do I have the strength? Is this truly within my capacity? But, my child, realize I have never appointed anyone without enabling them. I have never given a soul a mission without placing within them all they need to realize it. All that is required is within you: fortitude, discernment, the will to persevere, waiting to wake. There is no need for every answer. Merely muster enough faith for the first step. My cherished child, let me ask, are you prepared? Are you prepared to cease existing as if you were blind to truth? Are you willing to open your spirit and accept that you are not just another person, but one set apart? Are you ready to renounce fear's control over your life? If so, take that step. Do not hold back. Let not another day slip away while you remain in limbo. Emerge from the haze of uncertainty. Step into the glow of awareness. And I vow this to you. Once you seize truth, once you wholly abide in your sacred mission, all will shift. No longer will you wander aimlessly. No longer will you clamor for purpose, for you will exist in the very purpose for which you were fashioned. You will recognize that every hardship in your life, every heartbreak, every battle was forging you for exactly this point. It all prepared you for the commission you are about to fulfill. My cherished child, listen earnestly, for my words are more than mere letters. They proclaim a coming metamorphosis. Tomorrow, your existence will not be as before. The barriers that have stood between you and clarity will topple. The shroud that covered your vision will begin to lift. That which was concealed, the lost fragments, the stifled mysteries, will be laid bare. This is no trivial shift, not a fleeting incident in time. This is a pivotal juncture where your destiny shall start to take shape in unimaginable ways. Can you sense it? That stirring in the depths of your spirit? The premonition that everything stands on the cusp of transformation. The echo resonating in the depths of your heart, telling you that living as before is no longer feasible. It is no illusion, no fluke. It is truth demanding your attention, a potent urging, an otherworldly call declaring you can remain captive to no barriers any longer. There are realities you did not see, not through any fault, but because you were not yet permitted to perceive them. There are resolutions you have long searched for, kept waiting not because they did not exist, but because their proper hour had not arrived. My beloved, beginning tomorrow, that hour emerges. That which was concealed will begin to appear. That which was late in coming will start unfolding in ways surpassing all you have known. The fortifications that confined you, that held you in a perpetual loop, will weaken. The ceilings you perceived as unbreakable, the walls that seemed impenetrable, will no longer block your progression. But my child, keep in mind, once the dawn starts breaking through the night, you must be receptive. As soon as truth is unveiled, you must have the courage to face it. Not every truth is gentle. Some truths can shake us to our core. You must not look away. You cannot shrink from it merely because you fear stepping into uncharted territory. I ushered you here not so you would recoil, but to move forward, grounded in unshakable conviction, certain I have made all things ready. Do you know why these boundaries must disintegrate? Because they were never intended to imprison you. They were not meant for your shoulders. They were introduced to slow you, to challenge you, to test your strength, and see if you were prepared to embody your destiny. But child, you are not alone in the effort of dismantling them. I am moving and operating behind all that is invisible. I shift events you do not yet grasp. Your sole role is to stand prepared to advance the moment the gate swings wide. And that individual, the one who has been on your trail for ages, who grasps that last piece you need for your fulfillment, will no longer be deterred. Do you remember the prior mention of a soul tied to you, bearing the knowledge you have been searching for? They endeavored to approach you. They tried to stand beside you, but influences determined to keep you blind forced them away. Now those veils will not hold. I am clearing every hindrance, illuminating every obscurity. Yet, child, as the revelation unveils itself, you must be ready to receive it. Do not allow anxiety to block you. Do not let hesitation stop you from claiming it. If you see the light, run toward it. If you hear the cry of your soul, reply wholeheartedly. If you discern my presence, do not shrink away. This is the precise moment for you to fulfill the destiny you have been poised for. Understand this. The world, too, waits. It is not only you this shift will affect, not only you teetering on the brink of a turning point. Other souls anticipate your arrival. Lives will be liberated when you enter your calling. People will be changed when you bravely embody your divine summons. Never think it is about you alone. No, you are part of something far greater, and you cannot delay any longer. My cherished child, let these words penetrate your being. A mighty revelation stands on the horizon, and you cannot sit by passively. You cannot stand still, hoping it drifts gently through your life. You must set your spirit, open your heart and mind. This truth will not arrive softly. It will race forward like a torrent, sweeping across every corridor of your being, scattering illusions, snapping chains, refashioning all the notions you have held concerning your identity. This is not some mild epiphany. This is not a subtle reminder or a small flicker. This is a truth potent enough to reconstruct your entire reality, a truth capable of altering your course forever. It does not come to soothe you, but to stir you awake. It does not come to reassure you that nothing will change. Rather, it proclaims that everything is transforming, and no force can hold it back. You must be prepared, for when this flash of illumination bursts through, no shadow can remain concealed. Things you once considered certain could invert. Beliefs you once clung to may be challenged. The boundaries you erected around yourself will be dismantled, confronting you with the undeniable fact that you are chosen for something far more immense than your imagination once allowed. My child, I do not share this to incite anxiety, but for you to grasp that this moment is paramount in your journey. You cannot accept a revelation of this magnitude if your heart stays shut. You cannot see truth if your mind clings to the old patterns, to limiting ideologies, to primal terrors anchored in your psyche. You cannot navigate new territory if your arms still clutch yesterday's remains. Are you willing to release them? Are you willing to purify your spirit, discarding the burdens that have held you down for so long? Let go of worries about the future. Surrender your regrets of days gone by. Throw your heart wide to receive what I shall unveil. You cannot apprehend light if you persist in holding on to darkness. You cannot be enveloped by truth if you clasp onto falsehoods sown by the world. My beloved child, brace yourself, for what approaches will not be tame or delicate. It will be a profound transformation coursing through your life. You will never view the world through the same lens. You will never see yourself in the same way. Every boundary you presumed rock solid, every barrier you believed unassailable, when confronted by this truth, they will dissolve, leaving you to realize you never grasped your complete potential. Perhaps you are accustomed to a predictable life, imagining your existence follows a modest path with limited progression. But hear me, people have misread you, including you yourself. You have scarcely glimpsed all I have embedded within your soul. You have underestimated the potency you bear. You have yet to recognize that your creation was never about mere survival, but about revolutionizing your surroundings. You must opt now. When the truth arrives, will you embrace it? When the day brightens, will you step into the light? When the door is unlocked, will you cross the threshold? I cannot compel you to do so. If you refuse to accept, nobody will push you. This juncture is about whether you persist in outdated confines or dare to surge ahead, seizing the grandeur I tucked within you from the start. Revisit your path. Reminisce about the instances you felt yourself poised on the edge of something monumental, only to step away out of insecurity. Recall the times you approached a breakthrough, then turned back, daunted by the unknown. Reflect on the times you questioned if there was more waiting for you. And I respond, yes. Always it waited, unwavering. It never went away. It never deserted you. Yet it required your readiness. You can linger, but the truth will continue to exist, waiting. You can delay, but the flood will come nonetheless. You can clutch at familiarity, but the light will nonetheless pour into every space. Once you witness it, you will be unable to pretend ignorance. Once you hear the call, you cannot feign deafness. When your inner being stirs awake, there can be no seamless return to slumber. My beloved child, be prepared. Keep your spirit open. When the tide of revelation sweeps in, allow it to cleanse the outdated and no longer relevant. Let it carry away your anxieties, your perceived limitations, your obstructions, taking you to a fresh voyage, one you were destined to begin. I summon you to fortify yourself, because the truth you receive shall bring not only light, but responsibility. When that beam radiates, it highlights your path. It dismantles chains that fettered you, but it also entrusts you with a duty you must not deny. You are prompted to ascend beyond the confines of an old existence, beyond the illusions that shaped you, beyond living in the dark about who you are called to be. There is no option to continue living unchanged, letting minor obstructions dictate your life, doubting your own potential, or refusing to acknowledge the brilliance within you. This truth transcends a casual gift. It is a summons. It is not just a moment of insight, but a commissioning. It will nudge you beyond your comfort, taking you into places untraveled, thrusting you into roles previously unimagined. You need to be primed for it. Do you detect the imminent shift, the silent yet powerful sense that you can never go back? You cannot remain a bystander to this revelation, living as if you never noticed. Once you hold the lamp, you cannot re-enter darkness. Once you graze your purpose, you cannot pretend ignorance of its reality. My child, I do not convey this to intimidate, but to mentally prepare you. Entering the fullness of your unique assignment means not only experiencing splendor, but also confronting daunting hurdles that only those chosen for greatness understand. Yet be assured that you do not trek in solitude. I go before you, walking beside you, granting you resilience, insight, and courage to shoulder this mantle. My beloved child, have you ever contemplated why your life has seen trials that tested you to the brink? Why there were intervals of anguish, times of bereavement, or states of emptiness? Why you felt pressed beyond your endurance? None of these experiences was incidental. They refined you. Through those tribulations I molded you, fortified you, crafted you to remain resolute when called upon. For those assigned monumental roles cannot stroll carefree roads. Those who bear luminous truth inevitably encounter the darkness that tries to stamp it out. Those who herald a vital message will invariably be scrutinized to prove they can safeguard it. Yet do not tremble. Alongside every tribulation, I have given you grace. Alongside each duty, I have imbued you with strength. Alongside each obstacle, I have already cleared a path. There is no challenge you face for which I have not thoroughly equipped you. Nothing emerges that I have not already ensured you can overcome. Understand, when I anoint you for a mission, it is not haphazard. I have been meticulously equipping you long before your awareness. Your hardships owned you. Your scars taught empathy. The long nights taught you to value the sunrise. Every aspect was part of your preparation. Rise up now, my precious child. Be fearless. Be strong. Now is not the season to flee, or to dither, or to yield to skepticism. This is your moment to stride confidently into your commission, wholeheartedly, with certainty and hope. You need not have all the answers in hand. You need not be fully armed with unshakable might this instant. You need only be open and receptive. You need only trust that you are not simply ordinary but divinely endowed. That special soul is en route, seeking you. Upon their arrival, once they present you with the key to your next phase, you must decide if you will accept it. Will you embrace it? Are you ready to awaken? Are you prepared to move forward into your divine role? If so, then seize it with boldness. Permit the fire deep within you to surge upward. Allow that force to surge from your innermost core. Let the radiance I placed in you guide not just your own steps, but also serve as a beacon for others following behind. Your destiny calls. Your moment stands at hand. The gift that has slept inside you cannot remain dormant. It hungers for you to wake it. So, are you willing? Then widen your soul. Extend your hands. Let yourself flourish into what you were eternally meant to be. Maybe you never saw yourself as extraordinary, never realized the capacity within you to bend reality. Perhaps you fell into a pattern of limitations, of conforming to others' expectations, of cowering before uncertainties that dulled your glow. But I announce, here and now, the hour of hiding has passed. You will not linger in the wings waiting for another. This is the time. You must awaken. You have undergone preparation, whether or not you noticed it. Every ordeal, each tear, every hidden injury, none has been random. Each piece of your journey mattered. Everything factored into shaping you, into who you must become. That ache you once viewed as burden has evolved into your greatest fortitude. The storms that threatened to break you have refined you until you emerged sturdy. Now, as you teeter at the edge of an immense unveiling, you will discover that none of your experiences have been in vain. Observe how the segments of your life begin to align. Where meaning was once absent, significance now shines. The riddles you couldn't solve begin to reveal their solutions. The wishes you believed forever lost re-emerge, blossoming anew. None of this is random. This is no chain of meaningless incidents, but a purposeful arrangement with you at the epicenter. But child, to step into your destiny, you must be ready. Truth remains hidden from a sealed heart. Light cannot blaze if you refuse to move beyond the shadows. I can offer you the key, but you must turn it. I can showcase the path, but you must place your feet upon it. This is the hour you must act. The culminating detail you have sought is on the brink of being placed in your grasp. All the riddles, the unclear matters, the emptiness in your soul, they will at last find resolution. Even if you were unaware of your waiting, you have long been waiting for this. And now, the unveiling has drawn close. Listen closely, at the soul's level. Let what I speak settle deep within. They are not just letters. They are a resounding decree, a spiritual awakening. Perhaps you ask, am I mighty enough? Can I shoulder this role? Allow me to say, you don't need unstoppable might at this very moment. You only need to willingly believe that I have empowered you. You do not travel by yourself. You do not single-handedly bear the weight. I march with you, instilling courage, forging your route. The person who comes does not intend to orchestrate your decisions or impose a route upon you, but to hand you the crucial key for unlocking the future that has lain dormant in your heart. Did you wonder why they traversed the world, refusing to give up even when oceans and mountains separated you, even when every force seemed set against you? It is because they fully grasp what awaits. They perceive that within you resides a force too precious to be neglected, too potent to remain hidden. They have glimpsed your brilliance, even if you are still blind to it. They have known the truth of you, even in your moments of self-doubt. But my dearest one, you cannot experience an awakening unless you choose it. They can bring you the key, but you alone decide whether you will open the door. No one can drag you into your life's purpose. No one can shoulder what I decreed for you in your stead. No one can ignite the fire inside you if you turn away from it, if you reject the belief that you do indeed carry greatness. So how shall you respond when the critical instant dawns, when they at last locate you, when they peer into your eyes, placing that key into your hand? Will you reach out, or will you recoil in fear, in doubt, in disbelief that something so grand could dwell inside you? Will you allow ancient wounds to imprison you? Will you surrender to the distortions that say you are incapable? Oh, my dear child, remember, I did not entrust you with unearthly treasure for it to be stifled. I did not bestow strength so it might be buried by terror. I did not kindle your flame so you would persist in gloom. I create all things for a reason, including you, including every gift and talent you hold. You were not made to be hidden under a basket. You were fashioned to blaze. However, you must embrace that radiance. You must hold it as your own. Are you prepared? Reflect on your journey. Notice how each test conditioned you, how every injury, every heartache, every time you toppled and rose again, led you to this crossroads. Oh child, I know hesitation might still grip you, but realize I never commission a person without laying the groundwork first. You don't require every solution today. You need simply to receive, to trust you hold a calling beyond the normal. That soul is on their way. They will find you, and when they slide that key into your palm, will you hold it tight? Are you prepared to come awake? Are you ready to step into what you were born for? If yes, then take it with unflinching bravery. Let the embers inside you erupt. Let that energy radiate from the core of your being. Let the light I planted in you illuminate not only your path, but the path for others who will follow. Your destiny is waiting. Your time has come. The gift within you cannot remain dormant forever. It is waiting for you to awaken. So are you ready? If you are, open your heart, extend your hands, and allow yourself to become who you were always meant to be. Possibly you never identified as someone notable, never suspected you bore the capacity to mold the environment around you. Maybe you adapted to living amidst lesser boundaries, overshadowed by external expectations, self-doubt, and old traumas that dimmed your natural light. But I come bearing this message: the wait is over. You will not linger in obscurity, nor await another's move. This is the exact moment you must stir. Unbeknownst to you, you have been made ready. Every tough stage, every tear, each scar, none was useless. All served a distinct role in forming who you are. That anguish once perceived as a burden is now your power. Each adversity that threatened to break you has in truth sharpened you like steel. Now, balancing on the edge of a great unfolding, you realize there was purpose in every bit of your history. Do you see it? The alignment of your life's puzzle, the illusions yielding to clarity, the mysteries gradually becoming solutions, the lost aspirations breathing once more. None of it is by chance. This grand narrative has been orchestrated, and you occupy the center. However, to walk into your calling, you must be open. You cannot grasp truth if your heart's doors stay closed. Light cannot break through if you remain cloistered in old patterns. I can reveal the gateway, but only you have the power to cross it. I can unfurl the map, but you alone journey onward. This is your decisive moment, with the final puzzle piece nearing your reach. The intangible, unanswered queries that haunted you, The emptiness will be settled. You have been anticipating this, consciously or not. Now, as the truth races toward you, I implore you, tune in to the message in your soul. Let these words embed themselves in the marrow of your being. They form more than mere lines. They are an anthem, a spiritual rallying cry. Perhaps you say, will I be enough? Can I manage this? I reassure you, you do not have to be supremely strong right now. Merely open yourself to the knowledge that I have furnished you with every resource you require. You do not stride alone, nor do you haul this burden without help. I walk beside you, fortifying and clearing a path. This soul who approaches does not intend to direct your life. They bring a message you need, a key that opens your next door. Ponder why they insisted on searching for you, unrelenting, even though the odds were stacked. Because they comprehend how priceless your hidden core is. Because they recognize the magnitude you harbor. They discerned your inner brilliance, even when you did not. Yet, my beloved, none of this can come to fruition unless you permit it. If they hand you the key, only you can use it. Nobody can demand you accept your mission. Nobody else can fulfill what I planned for you. Nobody else can stoke the flame within if you deny it, if you refuse to believe in your intrinsic grandeur. So what shall you do when the destined moment arrives? When they stand before you, eyes meeting yours, and they press that key into your grasp? Will you claim it, or recoil out of mistrust, out of fear, out of an inability to believe you hold greatness? Will you let bygone traumas imprison you anew? Will you heed the world's false voices telling you to run from yourself? Oh, my child, recall that I did not give you luminous blessings to let them fade. I did not impart courage for it to be choked out by dread. I did not sow a spark in you so you could wander hopelessly in shadows. All I do is purposeful, and that includes your talents. You are not meant to remain hidden out of view. You were born to gleam, but that illumination relies on your acceptance. Are you prepared? Look at the journey you have traveled. See how each challenge prepared you, how every wound, every tear, every time you stumbled and stood up again served to bring you here, to the point where you must decide whether to step into the fullness of who you are. Oh, my beloved, I know you may feel hesitant, but remember, I never call anyone without preparing them. You do not need every answer right now. You only need to open your heart and believe you carry a divine calling. They are coming. They will find you. And when they place that key in your hand, will you accept it? Are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to step into what you were born to do? If you are ready, embrace it with courage. Let the fire within you ignite. Let that power rise from the deepest places of your soul. Let the light I have placed in you illuminate not only your own path, but also that of those who come after you. Your destiny is waiting. Your time has come. The gift within you cannot remain dormant forever. It is waiting for you to awaken. So, are you ready? If you are, open your heart, extend your hand, and allow yourself to become who you were always meant to be. Possibly you never perceived yourself as consequential, never realized your innate ability to reshape the world around you. Maybe you adapted to living amidst lesser boundaries, overshadowed by expectations, fears, and doubts that have obscured your inner light. But I come today to tell you, the time has come. This is no longer the moment for you to hide. This is no longer the moment for you to wait for someone else. This is the moment you must awaken. You have been prepared, even if you did not realize it. Every trial you have endured, every tear you have shed, every wound you have borne, all of it had a purpose. Not a single moment of your journey was meaningless. Everything has been used to shape you, to forge you into who you were meant to become. The pain you once thought was a burden has become your inner strength. The struggles that seemed to break you have refined you. And now, as you stand at the threshold of a great revelation, you will see that nothing in your past was in vain. Do you see it now? The pieces of your life fit together. The things you once thought were meaningless are now making sense. The questions you have carried are now being answered. The dreams you thought had faded are being resurrected. None of this is coincidence. This is not a random sequence of events. It is a plan in motion, and you are at its center. But my child, to step into your destiny, you must be ready. Truth cannot be revealed to a heart that is closed. Light cannot shine if you will not leave the darkness behind. I can give you the key, but you must open the door. I can set the path before you, but you must walk it. This is the moment you must decide. The final piece is about to be revealed. What you have long sought will be placed in your hands. The things you have never understood, the unanswered questions, the voids in your soul, all will be filled. You have been waiting for this, even if you did not know it. And now, as the truth is about to be unveiled, listen deeply with your soul. Let these words sink into the depths of your being. They are not mere words. They are a declaration, an awakening. You may wonder, am I strong enough? Can I carry this mission? I tell you, you do not have to be strong enough right now. You only need to be willing. You only need to believe I have equipped you with everything you need. You do not walk alone. You do not bear this burden by yourself. I walk with you. I give you strength. I open the way for you. This person is not coming to choose for you or impose a path upon you, but to place the key in your hands, the key that unlocks the door to your destiny. Have you ever wondered why they sought you out? Why they did not give up? Even when distance or obstacles seemed insurmountable, it is because they know what awaits you. They know that within you lies something too precious to be forgotten, a potential too powerful to remain buried. They have seen your light, even when you have not yet recognized it. They have known who you are, even when you have doubted. But my beloved, this awakening cannot come unless you are ready. They may bring the key, but only you can decide whether to open the door. No one can force you to step into your destiny. No one can accept what has been ordained for you in your place. No one can ignite the gift within you if you do not embrace it, if you do not believe you are worthy of it. So what will you do when that moment arrives? When they find you, when they look into your eyes and place the key in your hand, will you take it or will you turn away out of fear, out of doubt, out of disbelief that you truly carry something great within? Will you let the wounds of the past hold you back? Will you allow the lies of the world to make you reject yourself? Oh, my beloved, remember, I did not place this gift within you for it to remain hidden. I did not give you strength for it to be buried beneath fear. I did not give you light so you would continue to live in darkness. Everything I do has a purpose, and so do you. Everything I have placed within you has a reason, and this gift is no exception. You were not created to live as a hidden lamp. You were born to shine, but that light can only rise when you are willing to accept it. Are you ready? Look back at the journey you have traveled. Do you see that every challenge you have faced was not in vain? They have shaped you, made you stronger, and prepared you for this moment. Every wound, every tear, every time you fell and rose again was not meaningless. They were all pieces leading you here, to the point where you must decide to step into the fullness of who you are. Oh, my beloved, I know you may feel hesitant, but remember this. I never call anyone without preparing them. You do not need all the answers right now. You only need to open your heart, to believe you are not ordinary but carry a divine calling. They are coming. They will find you. And when they place that key in your hand, will you accept it? Are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to step into what you were born to do? If you are ready, embrace it with courage. Let the fire within you ignite. Let that power rise from the deepest places of your soul. Let the light I have placed in you illuminate not only your own path, but also that of those who come after you. Your destiny is waiting. Your time has come. The gift within you cannot remain dormant forever. It is waiting for you to awaken. So, are you ready? If you are, open your heart, extend your hand, and allow yourself to become who you were always meant to be. Perhaps you have never thought of yourself as someone special, never realized you carry within you the power to shift reality. Perhaps you have grown accustomed to living within limitations, surrounded by expectations, fears, and doubts that have obscured your inner light. But I come today to tell you, the time has come. This is no longer the moment for you to hide. This is no longer the moment for you to wait for someone else. This is the moment you must awaken. You have been prepared, even if you did not realize it. Every trial you have endured, every tear you have shed, every wound you have borne, all of it had a purpose. Not a single moment of your journey was meaningless. Everything has been used to shape you, to forge you into who you were meant to become. The pain you once thought was a burden has become your inner strength. The struggles that seemed to break you have refined you. And now, as you stand at the threshold of a great revelation, you will see that nothing in your past was in vain. Do you see it now? The pieces of your life fit together. The things you once thought were meaningless are now making sense. The questions you have carried are now being answered. The dreams you thought had faded are being resurrected. None of this is coincidence. This is not a random sequence of events. It is a plan in motion, and you are at its center. But my child, to step into your destiny, you must be ready. Truth cannot be revealed to a heart that is closed. Light cannot shine if you will not leave the darkness behind. I can give you the key, but you must open the door. I can set the path before you, but you must walk it. This is the moment you must decide. The final piece is about to be revealed. What you have long sought will be placed in your hands. The things you have never understood, the unanswered questions, the voids in your soul, all will be filled. You have been waiting for this, even if you did not know it. And now, as the truth is about to be unveiled, listen deeply with your soul. Let these words sink into the depths of your being. They are not mere words. They are a declaration, an awakening. You may wonder, am I strong enough? Can I carry this mission? I tell you, you do not have to be strong enough right now. You only need to be willing. You only need to believe I have equipped you with everything you need. You do not walk alone. You do not bear this burden by yourself. I walk with you. I give you strength. I open the way for you. This person is not coming to choose for you or impose a path upon you, but to place the key in your hands, the key that unlocks the door to your destiny. Have you ever wondered why they sought you out, why they did not give up, even when distance or obstacles seemed insurmountable? It is because they know what awaits you. They know that within you lies something too precious to be forgotten, a potential too powerful to remain buried. They have seen your light, even when you have not yet recognized it. They have known who you are, even when you have doubted. But my beloved, this awakening cannot come unless you are ready. They may bring the key, but only you can decide whether to open the door. No one can force you to step into your destiny. No one can accept what has been ordained for you in your place. No one can ignite the gift within you if you do not embrace it, if you do not believe you are worthy of it. So what will you do when that moment arrives? When they find you, when they look into your eyes and place the key in your hand? Will you take it, or will you turn away out of fear, out of doubt, out of disbelief that you truly carry something great within? Will you let the wounds of the past hold you back? Will you allow the lies of the world to make you reject yourself? Oh, my beloved, remember, I did not place this gift within you for it to remain hidden. I did not give you strength for it to be buried beneath fear. I did not give you light so you would continue to live in darkness. Everything I do has a purpose, and so do you. Everything I have placed within you has a reason, and this gift is no exception. You were not created to live as a hidden lamp. You were born to shine, but that light can only rise when you are willing to accept it. Are you ready? Look back at the journey you have traveled. Do you see that every challenge you have faced was not in vain? They have shaped you, made you stronger, and prepared you for this moment. Every wound, every tear, every time you fell and rose again was not meaningless. They were all pieces leading you here, to the point where you must decide to step into the fullness of who you are. Oh, my beloved, I know you may feel hesitant, but remember this: I never call anyone without preparing them. You do not need all the answers right now. You only need to open your heart, to believe you are not ordinary but carry a divine calling. They are coming, they will find you. And when they place that key in your hand, will you accept it? Are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to step into what you were born to do? If you are ready, embrace it with courage. Let the fire within you ignite. Let that power rise from the deepest places of your soul. Let the light I have placed in you illuminate not only your own path, but also that of those who come after you. Your destiny is waiting. Your time has come. The gift within you cannot remain dormant forever. It is waiting for you to awaken. So are you ready? If you are, open your heart, extend your hand, and allow yourself to become who you were always meant to be. Perhaps you have never thought of yourself as someone special, never realized you carry within you the power to shift reality. Perhaps you have grown accustomed to living within limitations, surrounded by expectations, fears, and doubts that have obscured your inner light. But I come today to tell you, the time has come. This is no longer the moment for you to hide. This is no longer the moment for you to wait for someone else. This is the moment you must awaken. You have been prepared, even if you did not realize it. Every trial you have endured, every tear you have shed, every wound you have borne, all of it had a purpose. Not a single moment of your journey was meaningless. Everything has been used to shape you, to forge you into who you were meant to become. The pain you once thought was a burden has become your inner strength. The struggles that seemed to break you have refined you. And now, as you stand at the threshold of a great revelation, you will see that nothing in your past was in vain. Do you see it now? The pieces of your life fit together. The things you once thought were meaningless are now making sense. The questions you have carried are now being answered. The dreams you thought had faded are being resurrected. None of this is coincidence. This is not a random sequence of events. It is a plan in motion, and you are at its center. But my child, to step into your destiny, you must be ready. Truth cannot be revealed to a heart that is closed. Light cannot shine if you will not leave the darkness behind. I can give you the key, but you must open the door. I can set the path before you, but you must walk it. This is the moment you must decide. The final piece is about to be revealed. What you have long sought will be placed in your hands. The things you have never understood, the unanswered questions, the voids in your soul, all will be filled. You have been waiting for this, even if you did not know it. And now, as the truth is about to be unveiled, listen deeply with your soul. Let these words sink into the depths of your being. They are not mere words. They are a declaration, an awakening. You may wonder, am I strong enough? Can I carry this mission? I tell you, you do not have to be strong enough right now. You only need to be willing. You only need to believe I have equipped you with everything you need. You do not walk alone. You do not bear this burden by yourself. I walk with you. I give you strength. I open the way for you. This person is not coming to choose for you or impose a path upon you, but to place the key in your hands, the key that unlocks the door to your destiny. Have you ever wondered why they sought you out? Why they did not give up? Even when distance or obstacles seemed insurmountable, it is because they know what awaits you. They know that within you lies something too precious to be forgotten, a potential too powerful to remain buried. They have seen your light, even when you have not yet recognized it. They have known who you are, even when you have doubted. But my beloved, this awakening cannot come unless you are ready. They may bring the key, but only you can decide whether to open the door. No one can force you to step into your destiny. No one can accept what has been ordained for you in your place. No one can ignite the gift within you if you do not embrace it, if you do not believe you are worthy of it. So, what will you do when that moment arrives? When they find you, when they look into your eyes and place the key in your hand? Will you take it, or will you turn away out of fear, out of doubt, out of disbelief that you truly carry something great within? Will you let the wounds of the past hold you back? Will you allow the lies of the world to make you reject yourself? Oh, my beloved, remember, I did not place this gift within you for it to remain hidden. I did not give you strength for it to be buried beneath fear. I did not give you light so you would continue to live in darkness. Everything I do has a purpose, and so do you. Everything I have placed within you has a reason, and this gift is no exception. You were not created to live as a hidden lamp. You were born to shine, but that light can only rise when you are willing to accept it. Are you ready? Look back at the journey you have traveled. Do you see that every challenge you have faced was not in vain? They have shaped you, made you stronger, and prepared you for this moment. Every wound, every tear, every time you fell and rose again was not meaningless. They were all pieces leading you here, to the point where you must decide to step into the fullness of who you are. Oh, my beloved, I know you may feel hesitant, but remember this: I never call anyone without preparing them. You do not need all the answers right now. You only need to open your heart to believe you are not ordinary, but carry a divine calling. They are coming. They will find you. And when they place that key in your hand, will you accept it? Are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to step into what you were born to do? If you are ready, embrace it with courage. Let the fire within you ignite. Let that power rise from the deepest places of your soul. Let the light I have placed in you illuminate not only your own path, but also that of those who come after you. Your destiny is waiting. Your time has come. The gift within you cannot remain dormant forever. It is waiting for you to awaken. So are you ready? If you are, open your heart, extend your hand, and allow yourself to become who you were always meant to be. Lord, I bow before you with a spirit yearning for the radiant truth. Uncover my spiritual vision so I might perceive what you are revealing. Tear away every covering, every shackle of insecurity and dread. I believe that what is on its way is more than a mere communication. It is an otherworldly unveiling that draws me to my ultimate purpose. Ready me, not just intellectually, but also on the level of my soul. Lord, you are the one who smashes walls, who breaks every form of bondage. Today I beg you, remove every obstacle that stands between me and truth, every shadow, every barrier, every chain. Let them vanish beneath your power. Expose what has been obscured, so that I can stride forth into the freedom you ordained for me. Lord, someone is searching for me, carrying the peace that completes my path. If it aligns with your plan, lead me so that I can recognize them. Let this meeting transpire precisely when you decree it should. And when it does, give me the inner clarity to sense who they are, the sagacity to heed them, and the boldness to embrace your message. Lord, I know I am not a mere soul wandering aimlessly. You have destined me for something far beyond myself, though I confess there are times I tremble and remain unsure of my route. Infuse me with fortitude, that I may stand fully in the role you have designed for me. Enable me to push away doubt, to reject every impulse to retreat, and instead place my future confidently into your hands. I yearn to be entirely who you created me to be. Lord, I perceive that scars from the past may have hampered my progress, but this day I rise in your power, proclaiming that all such shackles, every wound, every delay are broken. I relinquish the hold they once had on me, stepping fully into the liberty you have offered. Lord, you vested in me a remarkable talent, a wellspring of power that has yet to be unlocked. Nonetheless, I am aware that this ability is not exclusively mine. It is intended for your divine goal. Please teach me to channel it properly so that it shines as a beacon, bringing glory to your kingdom. Help me refrain from burying or misusing it, but instead deploy it responsibly in a way that honors you. Lord, I trust your appointed time is imminent, and I sense a seismic shift unfolding. I ask that you prepare me thoroughly, my intellect, my heart, my spirit. Guard me from worthless diversions, and guide my attention to your miraculous work in my life. Grant me discernment to know when the hour has come, so I do not let it slip by without recognizing it. Almighty God, I accept that with this forthcoming light, battles might ensue. Yet I will not quail, assured of your unwavering presence. Bolster me so I may stand upright, determined, brimming with faith. Though the foundations of the world may quake, I will not falter, for I anchor myself upon the steadfast bedrock that is you. My beloved child, today you have glimpsed what your heart has always yearned to know. But do not let this be the end of our conversation. This was not a final word. It was the opening of a door. I have so much more to reveal, more keys to place in your hands, more mysteries to unfold before your eyes. Return here again and again, for every time you come, I will meet you anew. Every time you listen, you will draw closer to the life you were born to live. Subscribe, not because you are following a routine, but because you are stepping into a sacred journey. Turn on every notification, not to keep up with the world, but to stay connected to my voice calling you higher. Invite others, those searching, those ready, those awakening, to join this path as well. Because each time you return, you are saying yes once more to the destiny I have placed within you. And beloved, this is only the beginning. Amen.